Have you noticed how every game gets roasted the second it's announced? Doesn't matter if it's AAA or indie. It's mid, it's rushed, it's dead on arrival, and yeah, sometimes that's true. What if I told you a lot of this hate isn't because games got worse, but because we changed? We say gaming is dead, but we're not asking why we feel that way. This video isn't here to blindly defend studios. They've got their own mess. We'll get to that. But before we blame the devs, we need to take a hard look at ourselves, the gamers, the reviewers, the audience. Let's break down how we might be the part of the reason why it feels like all games suck now. Number 1. We're all trapped in nostalgia. Nostalgia is powerful. It colors the way we remember games. When Assassin's Creed Shadows was revealed, the immediate reaction was, where's the vibe of Assassin's Creed 2? Requiescat in pace. But let's be real, AC2 came out in 2009. Gaming was different. A little better, but it was different. The audience was different, we were different. We're not comparing Shadows to Assassin's Creed 2 in gameplay or design. We're comparing it to how we felt when we played Assassin's Creed 2. Probably as teenagers. No stress, no expectations, just vibes. And here's the problem. That feeling cannot be recreated, no matter how good a new game is. So when Shadows doesn't give us the same magic, we call it trash. Even though it might be a good game on its own terms, I don't know. We judge games before they launch. We live in a reaction culture, and games suffer because of it. Forspoken got dragged online from just one awkward dialogue clip, and it became a meme. Before people even saw gameplay, by launch it didn't even stand a chance. Public opinion was already locked. Same with Starfield. People expected it to be Skyrim in space, with infinite planets, deep characters, and perfect AI. But that's not how Bethesda operates. Bethesda builds project cars, janky but powerful open-world engines made to be modded, explored, and tweaked over time. Yet, when Starfield wasn't instantly flawless, people acted betrayed. Even though this is the same exact studio that gave us buggy launches with Fallout, Skyrim, Oblivion, every single time. It wasn't a bad game, it was just a victim of expectation versus reality. Number 3. There are too many voices, and not all of them get gaming. Back then, we had a few trusted names reviewing games. People who actually played, understood the culture, and gave thoughtful takes. Now, everyone's a reviewer. You got TikTok clips, calling games trash based on trailers, and entire reviews being written by people who clearly haven't touched a controller in years. There's a growing chunk of mainstream media outlets that review games just to chase clicks. No credibility, no real love for the medium. They'll rate a game based on how cinematic it is or how relatable the protagonist feels, but completely miss what makes it fun to play. The style, the art, the music, the gameplay, the physics. Meanwhile, channels like Gamerangs and SkillUp focus on gameplay, pacing, performance, the stuff gamers actually care about. And personally, I'm a big fan of Falcon. The problem isn't just bad reviews, it's that we, as an audience, keep giving attention to people and platforms who don't really know the game space, and that just adds more noise to an already loud room. Number 4. We created impossible expectations. Some games changed the industry and we will never forget them. GTA 5 sold $1 billion in 72 hours. Red Dead Redemption 2 delivered movie-tier storytelling. I swear to God, I cried like a little bit. Skyrim, The Witcher 3, Metal Gear Solid 5. These were lightning in a bottle. But now, we expect every AAA title to reach those same heights. Doesn't matter if it's the same studio or the same budget. We expect magic every time. And when that doesn't happen, instant disappointment. Look at Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Solid campaign, decent mechanics. Honestly, it was really good. But it came out next to Battlefield 1, which looked like a real war simulator. Timing killed it. People didn't even want to give it a chance. It was memed into the ground for having jetpacks while Battlefield had bayonets and trenches. Sometimes, good games do fail because they're expected to be industry defining when they're just meant to be fun. So, are the games bad or are we the problem? Sometimes it's us. Seriously, we overhype nostalgia. We expect perfection. We judge too early. We listen to too many voices and ignore our own. But don't get it twisted. Studios aren't innocent either. We've got broken launches, greed-driven decisions, content stripped for DLC, dev crunch, and more. So if we are one side of the problem, what happens when people making the game stop caring too? That's where part 2 comes in. When the studios are at fault, we're diving into real greed, fake promises, and how some of the biggest companies in gaming have slowly eroded trust. Stick around, you don't want to miss it. Well, do let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below, and stay tuned for more. Till then, peace out.